you're creative, you've probably heard of Notion before, but have you ever thought about using it to develop your portfolio? Using Notion has completely transformed my business, and I've recently decided to start using it to showcase my portfolio. It's fully customizable, has a great interface, and really showcases your projects to your potential clients. Plus, it easily integrates with apps like Canva, Adobe, and Calendly, so you can make sure you can bring everything together in one place. I'm going to show you a walkthrough of how I have built a portfolio template and tell you how you can get your hands on it too. So this is the Notion portfolio template that I'm going to be using to show you how you can build your own portfolio on Notion. So first of all, if you're new to Notion, we have a few different elements on the page which are really easy to customize once you know how to use it. So at the top we have the cover photo, and at the moment I have just used one of the standard colours that come along with Notion that everyone gets access to. You can choose from a range of images, or you can go over onto Unsplash and pick some of theirs if that takes your fancy or sums up the work that you offer. But I also think it's great to upload your own image. So if I upload one of my images from my portfolio, so this is the first page of my current portfolio that I have as a PDF that I'm going to repurpose as my cover image. And you can create a whole new photo if you want to, but it's also great to be able to use what you've already got for speed and ease. So now it has added this on, I'm going to reposition it because it's added it in the wrong place. So you just click the reposition at the top, and then all I want to do is drag it down so it has that welcome, and then it has that introduction to me and my photo at the top. And if I'm happy with that, all I have to do is click save position, and then I can move on to the next section. So as this is the portfolio template, I need to change the heading to be more personalized to me and what I offer. So I'm going to change this to my name, and I'm going to put freelance graphic design portfolio as my heading. And then on this next section, I have a mission statement. So this is basically what sums you up in a nutshell about what you do, what your work is there to help businesses with, and your skill set, and how you can use that to support the people that you want to work with, whether that is business owners or clients. For this example, I'm doing this as a freelance portfolio, so I would be looking to work with businesses that are looking for my service. So when I have this mission statement at the top, I'm going to say, I help wellness businesses. So that's my target audience. So delete that section. With creating unforgettable brand identities, and then so they can share their brand story and attract their target customer. So if we think about some of the pain points that our customer and our clients might have, then this statement is a really great way to tap into what they potentially need help with, as that will be what they're landing on your profile for and looking for when they're looking at your portfolio. So next we have a section where you can add in your details at the top. It's just great to highlight this close to the top. So in here, I would add my email address. And then here I have let's chat, let's book a free consultation call. So what you can do is if you use an app like Calendly or another calendar app where people can book into your schedule, or have a form that people fill in so they can book a call, then you can put the link in here. And all you have to do is go and copy the link, and then you just go and copy that and paste that into this block here at the top. But I'll also show you a section at the bottom where you can see where you can also add in your contact details in a different way. But first of all, we have our hero project. So at the top here, we have, this is the hero project section. So I class hero projects as your standout, best-selling, like showstopper of a project that you want to capture their attention straight away. So in this case, I am going to use the Studio Self-Made branding that I designed, because that is a brand identity that has been fully fledged. It's all mapped out. I have lots of different assets that I can add into this section. So I'm going to show you what I would do at this part. So first of all, I change the title, and then I would add in a description here, and I can place it on here. And so you can see at the moment that is not in the column. So all I'm going to do is drag this down and add it in to the column. And as soon as you see that blue line in the right place, it'll add it in to that space there for you. So we now have our description in there. So that's just a really short description. You could go longer if you want to, but it's just a great place to start with describing your project. And the idea with your portfolio is they want to see a snapshot of your work. So I have this placeholder at the moment that you can see that comes with the template, but I'm going to replace that. So all I have to do is click on the three dots in the corner and go to replace. Then it will come up with the same box that we saw earlier, which is the upload box. We can click that, and then we want to add in our image. So there you go, you have your hero image added to your portfolio. So next we are going to focus on the right hand side, which is our gallery view. I'm just going to check. So if it's not showing up the way you want it to, you can go onto the three dots in the corner and you can go to layout. So at the moment, this is showing as the card size large. If you wanted to add lots of different elements, you can also make it into the small cards. And you also have medium size card as well. So we want to show them the most amount of work off as possible. So I'm going to go with the large card size. And if I make that slightly bigger on the hero image side, they will show up as a 4, which looks like a little bit of a neater layout. So for the main project feature for this one, I am going to call this Studio Self-Made Brand Kit. So this is just opening up one of those gallery images. So what I'm going to do is go over to Canva and copy the link to the PDF that I want to add into this space. So if you use Canva or use Adobe and you want to copy the link to the live file, so when you've got your link, make sure it is a live link that you can use and people can see, not just you with access. And what I do is I just paste that into there. And then what I'll click on is create embed. So that will actually embed the file into your Notion page. So what I can do then is expand it out so it fits perfectly on here. And then you have your fully sized PDF document, which is embedded into the page. So they can click through and see all of the contents of that PDF without having to navigate off and go onto a different page. So as you can see, this is a great way to implement that into your portfolio. And then what we can do is if we want to add a cover so it shows up to everybody on the main page, we go back in and we change the cover image, click upload, go back to what we did before, and you can just add that brand kit image into the cover. Then head back to the main page, and we want to make sure that it's showing up with our cover images. So page cover, and that will show that up there. So yeah, there's lots of different options in Notion, but it's really simple once you know how to use it. So if you have any issues, just go into the three dots in the corner and you just change that to make sure it shows up with the page cover. If you'd rather it to show the page content, you can obviously click that as well, but just be aware it won't show up that embed. So you would have to make sure you add in that image into the page as well. So the best way to do it is just to add it as a cover and then it will add it there. So as you can see, our portfolio is already coming to life, which is great. And you can see the different options on here. So we can use this section to highlight project mockups, project results, or live results. So you can see the website, you could put links to the website in here, and you could also show the behind the scenes of maybe sketching out the designs, your design process, and just show people how you got to that outcome. So let's go in to one of the example projects. So this one here, we have example project 1, and we're going to give it a much more exciting name. I am going to share a project I worked on called the Wellness Card, which was a wellness brand. So this makes it very relevant to what I was trying to showcase with the title of and my mission statement of this portfolio. So you can see that in there. So what I'm going to do is change the cover. So go back to upload again, go back into my documents and find the cover image that I had already downloaded, which is down here, and add that in to the image. So you can see that on the cover photo. Now we've added the cover photo and that's in the right position. I'm going to embed the PDF document that I have on Canva. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in the link. So if I click paste, create embed and then pop that in there, and it will load, and then you'll be able to see the presentation. So at the moment it is on the smaller side, so what we want to do is we're going to drag it out just using our mouse so it becomes full-sized, and then you can just make sure that the black outline disappears by dragging that up. And then underneath we have an about the project section. So in here I'm going to fill in some information about the project. As you can see, I'm not doing a long description. It really needs to be short and sweet, so they just get a snapshot of what you were working on, and they can kind of learn a little bit more as they go through as well. This would be all I would add into this section really. I wouldn't go into too much detail, but it's just a great place to showcase the projects and show people that they can look through your work. So if you feel like you need to give them a call out or let them know to click through the brand guide above, then you can put a little note onto here, but this is what I would add in. And as you can see, this shows up on the project samples section. So I would add in a little emoji just because it's more fun, and that's very much me. So for this one, I would add in a leaf because it's the wellness space, and then I would just repeat this to use that in the other sections. As you can see here, I've copied in a little description about myself, and I would add in a picture of me here. So these are just placeholder images, but you can update them. Ideally, if something of you working, a professional headshot that you've got, feel free to add in a picture of you here, and then just talk about yourself and some of your interests and what you do and how you help clients. And then we go on to what past clients say. So in this bit, I would add in testimonials and maybe a picture of you working with clients if you've got that, or another headshot of you. Then we have our frequently asked question section. So this is where you can add in toggle drop downs of questions that you usually get asked by potential clients. This could be, what are your services that you offer? What are your rates? How soon can you get started on projects? Things like that you could add into your frequently asked section. So I would use this wisely and use it to sort of just answer any questions that you might get emailed afterwards, so that hopefully it could save you time in terms of what clients will be reaching out to you for. So if you want to add in another toggle, you just click / again, and then you can type in toggle or TO and it will come up, and then you've got toggle list here. So all you have to do is click on the drop down, you write in the question at the top, and then you write the answer into the toggle bit once it has dropped down, and then you just simply close that up again. So in the next section, you've got want to work with me. So this is your call to action part of the page. And this is where you can add in a pitch deck. So if you have anything with your services on, or you can also add in a link to your calendar. So simply you'd go over to Calendly, you copy the link to your calendar and embed it exactly like we did before with the different files. So you click when they put the link in, it should come up with a pop-up to say create embed, and then it would just embed that in there. And I'll just go over and show you my final version of the portfolio. So here I have my finished portfolio page, so you can see exactly how I filled out all of the different sections. So I have got different call to actions at the top, then I have my brand and website design project studio self-made. I filled in all of the different boxes. So we've got website design, social media campaigns, newsletter, brand kit. So you can really see how I've brought that to life. And then if we go down, you can see my about me section. I've added in a picture of me working, and then I've added in some of the projects that I've worked on that people can click onto and look at them in more detail. So they can just click through the brand kits again and see all of the work that I've done. I go down a little bit further, and then I've got my testimonials, and we've got my frequently asked questions with the drop downs, and then a link to my Calendly. So this is where people can book in for appointments and click on, and they can either do that in here, or they can open it by clicking the little arrow in the corner and go and book in at a time that suits them. So it's really exciting to see this come to life and see how you can actually use the portfolio template. And if you go on to click view site, you can go through and see the live version of this. So this is what somebody would see if they were going to land on that page. They wouldn't have all the editing access that you would. They would just be able to see the final version. So when you're ready to share it and make it public, you go to share in the top corner and you click publish, and then there'll be an option on there to publish it. And then what we do is we go over and copy the link. So this would be what you'd share publicly. If you don't want people to duplicate it or be able to use it as a template, you just switch that off. Obviously I do because I'm sharing this as a template, but if you just want to have it for you, then you just switch that little link off there. And then if you want to go ahead and view it, you just click on that button and you can see it in all its glory online. If you're ready to take your portfolio to the next level but don't have hours to spend building a Notion template, then you can grab the one I created that I use in this video in the description below. And let me know if you have any questions or any ideas about what videos you'd like me to create next, and leave them in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video where I'm going to be talking about more Notion hacks for creatives to make your life easier and help you attract more paying clients.